Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nerd Den here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 7th episode of the 12th series of Doctor Who called Can You Hear Me? That was deemed to be the horror episode of the series that was, some people compared it to Blink and stuff before the episode aired. So there's a lot of hype surrounding this episode, and we had Ian Gelder return to the series as he previously voiced the remnants that were a big part of the Ghost Monument, that were the first creatures to mention the Timeless Child story arc, like 2 years before it even picked up in Series 12. So there's like that little bit of hype surrounding the episode. But yeah, I've already discussed the Timeless Child segment of the episode in my previous video, so I am going to leave that out. But yeah, this is going to be a review purely based off my initial thoughts upon watching the episode, what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy, and anything else in between. So yeah, let's get into the video. So yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in this episode. So it's the traditional Chibnall era formula. So we're going to I think it's like 1300s in Syria, where we get a lot of historical background to the creatures. There's some CGI werewolves that, if you guys don't know, Eclipse Studios is Doctor Who fan film that is obviously ran by me. I did do the werewolf thing in my fan film, yes, I know. But yeah, we got introduced to the villain of the episode that was played by Ian Gelder, that was Zealith, I think, who was later revealed to be a god. That turned out to be a little bit of a cop-out, but bear in mind, whatever. And then we got introduced to another god as well. There were two gods in this episode that was pretty cool to, see. But it felt like a little bit of a cop-out because it led to the conclusion of the threat in the episode being a little bit jumbled and a little bit rushed. But yeah, couldn't really connect to the ending really. But it was cool to see all of the companions have a lot of character development that was really cool to see. So with Ryan, we learned that one of his worst fears were the dregs from Orphan 55. That did kind of add a little bit more credit to that episode. That was really cool to see. Because Orphan 55, as you know, I've even said this alongside a lot of the Doctor Who community, that it was a little bit of a train wreck of an episode, and it was just a little bit all over the place. But it was cool to see the dregs again, and it was nice to see that the actions and the emotions of Ryan from that episode were reflected upon in this episode. And I know continuity is a little bit of a jumbled thing at Doctor Who, but it was nice to see that being referenced. And again, yeah, it was really cool to see the dregs again. Because, yeah, Ryan went for a lot in that episode, and it was cool to see it being referenced. And the biggest one for me was Yaz's character development, and it was good to see Yaz and Ryan's friend be the representations towards mental health. That, for me personally, it's such a big thing to see being represented in any television show. And I know Doctor Who in the past, and I can even vouch for this, that Doctor in the past has been some things that have been politically shown, and I'm not saying mental health is a political issue. It's more of an issue that can affect an individual, but it's good to see something that is really important, especially in modern society, being reflected upon, and that isn't shoehorned into the end of an episode or something. And it's good that it's a reoccurring theme in the episode. And even looking back on the episode title, Can You Hear Me? It's Can You Hear Me Because I Need Help. And it was something that was cool because Ryan's friend was stuck in isolation due to the nightmares, and that he had no one to talk to, and it took a massive emotional toll on him. And it was really cool to see that this was represented in the episode really well. And at the end, yeah, he managed to speak out about it, and it wasn't much that he spoke about, that he went to an alien ship and had nightmares about this guy who had some weird prosthetic CGI fingers going around. But it was cool to see that you know, there was that counselling session that, for me as well, from past experiences, was really cool to see represented in the show. And then again with Yaz, I did like the whole twist that she went through a really low stage, and it does kind of add to her backstory in Series 11, where, you know, the reason why she helps loads of people is because she was at a low point herself. That was something really nice to see, and I really enjoyed that. But if I were to comment about a few things about what really brought the episode down, I would say, yeah, the whole rush thing about the evil people being gods, and the whole sonicking the sphere in order to trap them, and something about Eternal Nightmares. It was just like, what? A little bit of a rushed ending, and it kind of ruined a little bit of that episode, really. But then there was something else that really bothered me about the episode. But the whole interaction with Graham was just the fact that the Doctor, it wasn't even casually dismissed, the whole cancer fear. That, yeah, for people that have lived with cancer and have gone through the whole ordeal of getting treatment, and there's always that fear of it coming back. And, you know, that was referenced well in the episode, but then the Doctor, in conversation, that I thought personally, again due to Jodie Whittaker's facial expressions and everything else in the episode, like, I thought she was going to be the comforting soul, that, yeah, she wasn't going to guarantee that, you know, she could fix it, because obviously it's all part of being human, but she could have been reassuring to Graham. And that's always something that I thought would have happened if it was going to be brought up again. And you know, again, fitting into character themes, it was good to see it referenced again for the first time since Spyfall Part 1. But she literally just walked away when he brought up the fact that his fear was of his cancer coming back. That was just like, what? How can you dismiss something like that? Like, and I am aware that quite a few people have complained to the BBC about this, and for me, it was really out of character of that version of the Doctor, or any Doctor, to be honest, as the Doctor always has been that beacon of hope. The Doctor has been someone that, yeah, has his/hers darker moments throughout the Whoniverse, but will always act as a beacon of hope for her companions and for the rest of the people she meets. And it was something that wasn't addressed in this episode, really, and it really threw me off personally. Like, that last scene was just and then it was like, oh yeah, we jumped straight into Frankenstein. That's obviously this week's episode, but I just really didn't appreciate that, and I felt like that dragged down the episode a little bit, as it just felt really out of character. And but yeah, they did do a really good job about mentioning mental health, but then going towards the cancer stuff, it just didn't work. It really didn't, and I felt that was really out of character, and yeah, it was a little bit offensive. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment down below what you all thought of this video and the episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.